Lando Norris is a Formula One winner, and he has sat me down and shut me up. Wow. Hello, and a very warm welcome. Miami race reaction as Lando Norris finally gets that win. Mixed emotions on this one. McLaren winning for me is just brilliant. But Lando Norris proving me wrong. Wow. And yeah, got to hold my hands up on that one. But wow, McLaren have won again. I think that's the biggest thing for me. But yeah, fair play to Lando Norris. Mixed emotions on this one for sure. So we jump into the race start. Sergio Perez nearly hits the back of his teammate. Wow, that was super close. A clean first lap, and we saw a great battle between the two Alpines. And then we saw a big crash and a turning point of the race as Logan Sargent and Kevin Magnussen collided. I would say that was Magnussen's fault. And it brought out a safety car. Lando has gone long. He actually didn't have an amazing start, dropped to 6, had to avoid Perez. And he stayed out, and the safety cars happened. That meant he can pit, come in, and he inherited the lead. But he pulled away after that and won the race by 7 seconds. So you got to say fair play. Magnussen gets another penalty. Honestly, he's had about 50 or 60 seconds worth of penalties this weekend. And then right at the end of the race, Alex Albon, huge lockup. And he's had a dreadful weekend. Really poor. I mean, just massive mistake. Miami race reaction. Lando Norris wins. Lando Norris wins a Grand Prix. And he proves me wrong. The comments are probably going to be alarming in this one. But yeah, I could cower away and hide. But that's not me. We do race reactions no matter who wins. And unfortunately, this one is, like I say, a bit mixed emotions. I'm buzzing for McLaren. McLaren winning is one of the best feelings. It's been a long time since Ricciardo's win. Norris has finally won a race. I've got to say, I respect his loyalty to McLaren. You could go and win 10 races somewhere else, 100 races somewhere else, but it means more to win just one with McLaren. So let's run down the order. P1, Lando Norris. The safety car worked a treat. I have a subscriber, Techman. He said if the safety car doesn't happen, Max is probably on the top step, but fair play to Norris. I mean, he came out, he's still got Max behind him. He's pulled away from Max and created 7 seconds. He's had nearly moments. You go back to Sochi, where he stayed out in the wet, but this time he's delivered. And he's shut people up like me who thinks he's a bottle job, he's overrated, P2 Max was leading the race, dominating. Safety car comes out. He actually hit the cone as well to bring out a virtual safety car. But yeah, I mean, that's not the end of the world, but I did expect more on the restart. P3 Charles Leclerc, he's had a solid weekend. 4th Carlos Sainz, very unhappy with Oscar Piastri. 5th Sergio Perez, he's gone back to his 2023 Sergio Perez this weekend. 6th, Lewis Hamilton. That's quite impressive. Given Mercedes pace, that's quite good. 7th, Yuki Tsunoda. What a race that is by 1-1. Ahead of a Mercedes, ahead of an Aston. Finishes best of the rest. Wow. 8th, George Russell. He must have been hampered by the safety car because what's he doing down in 8th? 9th, Fernando Alonso. He's had a really poor weekend by Alonso standards. 10th, Esteban Ocon gets Alpine's first point of the season. 12th, Nico Hulkenberg was holding off the Mercedes, held off Lewis Hamilton for long periods. Disappointing not to be in the points. 12th, Gasly had amazing first lap battle with his teammate. 13th, Oscar Piastri. Oh, I feel for Oscar. He had a great start. He's managed to get into second. He's got the pace. He kept Max in sight, but then safety car doesn't help him, and then he has contact with Carlos Sainz, and he's ended up 13th out the points. 14th, Guan Yu Zhou. 15th, Daniel Ricciardo. He's had an up and down weekend. Bottas 16th, Stroll 17th, Magnussen atrocious, abysmal, Alex Albon not much better, DNF's Logan Sargent, and for once I actually don't blame Logan. Yeah. So there we have it. Lando Norris is a race winner. Wow. Unbelievable scenes. Probably a good story for Formula 1, as Norris is a winner. McLaren have won. Brilliant. The passion of the team coming through. All them tough years back in the day. But as McLaren fans, we should not be getting giddy about one race win in a blue moon. It needs to be consistent, and McLaren have to have the standards here. They've got to win more regularly. You can't win one race a season. McLaren, the team, the resources, the drivers, they should be winning more than one race a season. But yeah, a first win for Lando Norris in Miami. Wow. Just looking at the pictures, he literally just jumped into the team. Wow. The golf buggy is on hand to deliver Norris. Wow. I've not watched the podium, so I'm just reading through it now. There we have it. Lando Norris is a race winner. Wow. Let the comments commence. Can't wait. Right. After this, I'm going to be on EasyJet, booking a flight out the country, and I'm going to be closing down the YouTube channel. Hello, is that EasyJet? Can I get a flight out the country pronto? Yes. Lando Norris has just won a Grand Prix.